Days after clashes in this rural area in southern Kaduna, hundreds are still fleeing for safety. Most of them, children and women, have trekked over long distances, but there's still many more miles ahead. Many of them would end up in this primary school that has suddenly become a sanctuary for those fearing reprisal attacks from Fulani herdsmen. Hundreds of them have been camped here without emergency support. But when we got here, we found this local NGO making some delivery of basic aid to make life here a little comfortable. Bloody clashes between villagers and Fulani herdsmen overland in southern Kaduna has become rampant, and security forces have been under pressure to end the conflict. Locals blame the repeated attacks on inaction by security agencies.
The Nomas simply are unable to accept a situation whereby farmers, try to restrict them to certain areas. They would like unfettered access to every place they want to go. And that is not in the interest of the farmers. Unfortunately, because, well, the Normans are relatively, more well-to-do than the locals. And so they always end up having their way.
Back in Kajuru, the evidence of violence that engulfed this village is all over the place. Scores of homes were torched and the village abandoned. This young man survived a bullet wound on his arm. Fulani herdsmen are armed with rifle. He says they killed indiscriminately.
I was awakened by some commotion. When I opened the door to step outside, I heard gunshots fired in my direction. I fell and pretended to have been hit by a bullet. The attacker then went outside, reloaded his gun, and came back and still saw me lying on the floor. He said the fool is long gone. After they had left, I gently arose and looked for a place to hide in the farm.
So far, a handful of policemen and military have been sent, but locals complain this is simply not enough.
Yes, sometimes they do come, even though, in a belated manner. They may eventually come. But even when they come, they are restricted. They remain confined to areas where there is actually no threat to life or property. They are limited to the urban areas or semi-urban areas, and where there is accessible roads and things like that. But we know that these people don't operate in such areas.
They want the men deployed deep in the villages where attacks are rampant. Kelechi Emekalam, CGTN, Abuja, Nigeria.